Yeah.
So what's next? Will the Federal Reserve be forced to raise interest rates even more?
Joining us now to discuss, host of the Watchdog on Wall Street radio show, Chris Markowski. Chris, thanks for being with us.
How are you?
I am great, but I'm a little bit concerned about the stock market, these numbers. And again, I am no financial expert, unlike the wonderful Bob Sellers, but break it down for me, someone who doesn't necessarily understand all the little tiny details, but what's going on and what's going to happen next, and is there an end in sight?
Well, I think you got to give yourself a little bit of credit here. I'm listening to what you're talking about, and I think that you go to the grocery store, you take a look at your bills, you see what you're paying every single month. You see the price of groceries continue to go up. The chattering classes, the Biden administration have been saying for a period of time that inflation is coming down. Sure, gasoline prices have come down from where they were back in May, but they're still bloody expensive. Your electricity prices are up. Your natural gas prices are up. Propane, if you have to use that. All of the things that you need to survive on. Those are the things that are really hurting Americans. Now, we could take a look at other aspects of inflation. You could say, okay, a television set, oh, these things have come down in price. I mean, that's all well and good, but you can't eat a television set. So this is where it's really hitting Americans right now. And they seem to be beating the same drum over and over and over again. It's like the Lego movie. Everything is awesome. Everything is awesome. And everything is not awesome right now when it comes to the average American consumer.
Yeah, and food, as we mentioned, was up. And we just showed a graphic that showed fuel oil is up 68%. And just so people know where that fuel oil goes, a lot of it goes to power plants. So it ends up being passed along in higher prices for us to heat or cool our homes.
Well, we just shut down a nuclear reactor here in the state of New York, and it's being replaced by diesel or fuel oil generators to replace it. Again, they're doing the same thing in California, Los Angeles County now. They have to use fossil fuels to replace, the solar that's not working out as well, or some of the windmill things that are not working out so well. So yeah, there's a big disconnect here. You mentioned the Federal Reserve. Quite frankly, the Fed's going to raise rates probably 75 basis points. Is that going to really change much? I mean, this is kind of the conventional wisdom out there that they actually have some sort of control. The Fed can't go out and drill. The Fed can't get rid of regulations. The Fed can't go out and farm. You take a look at all the prices of all of these things. This is all due to poor choices that the people in power have made at this point in time. I know we can work out the money supply little by little, and the Fed is doing that. I don't see how rates are going to help. We got to deal with the supply issues right now, quite frankly.
Yeah, go ahead, Bob. You were going to say something.
No, go ahead.
Okay. No, Chris, I just want to ask. We have about 30 seconds left. We saw the president really celebrating how great the economy is doing in his speech yesterday, touting the quote-unquote Inflation Reduction Act. What is the translation here? Why is he doing that? Because Americans know, well, I don't know what economic boon he's talking about, but the reality is not that.
That's okay. Don't worry. James Taylor sang Fire and Rain. And that was much more close to what's really going on right now for the American consumer. What's right with Joe Biden saying. He can yell and he can point his finger. But again, we all see our bills. We all go to the grocery store and take a look at the cart and say, geez, that's all I bought. And this is what I spent. So this is the reality.
All right. James Taylor, that's a great song. All right. Chris Markowski, thanks for being with us.
Have a good one.